What up and welcome to Rama Screen YouTube channel, and here's my review of Peacock's new limited series, Apples Never Fall. Let's rock this. So yes, I'm sure you've heard by now that this show is based on a book by the same author who gave us Big Little Lies and 9 Perfect Strangers, both of which were previously adapted into hugely popular miniseries in their own right. Well, here's the deal. I liked Big Little Lies, and I was a fan of 9 Perfect Strangers. But this, however, I'm gonna have to give it a below average grade. Look, slow burn is not my problem with Apples Never Fall. In fact, I thought the pacing was just fine. My problem with it is, well, one of my problems is the characters are insufferable. This is a dysfunctional family drama in which most of the family members are pretentious and unlikable. There are some parts about their dynamics that are a bit amusing, but for the most part, they are whiny and vain and annoying. The mystery is not compelling either. It's a collection of circumstantial evidence and emotional-based accusations. Gotta give the story some credit for consistently misleading us, but this whole game of misdirection has an anticlimactic, unsatisfying, pointless ending that only makes you wonder why on earth are you even investing yourself in all this to begin with. Wait, I have more, so stick around. Based on Liane Moriarty's New York Times best-selling novel, Apples Never Fall centers on the seemingly picture-perfect Delaney family. Former tennis coaches Stan and Joy have sold their successful tennis academy and are ready to start what should be the golden years of their lives. While they look forward to spending time with their 4 adult children, everything changes when a wounded young woman knocks on Joy and Stan's door, bringing the excitement they've been missing. But when Joy suddenly disappears, her children are forced to re-examine their parents' so-called perfect marriage as their family's darkest secrets begin to surface. Starring Annette Bening, Sam Neill, Jake Lacy, Alison Brie, Connor Merrigan-Turner, Essie Randalls, and Georgia Flood. So there are a total of 7 episodes, with some of the episodes focusing on each of the 4 grown children and their open secret resentment towards their parents. Yes, it's a what happened, not a whodunit, but a what happened mystery. But on top of that, it's also a relationship drama in which the objective is to get the audiences to gradually piece together what it is that causes the friction within the Delaney family. And to a certain extent, as I've mentioned earlier, some of the dynamics are indeed amusing. The way that Stan and Joy can compliment and simultaneously criticize their kids, I mean, any of us who have parents can relate to that. Those thin, sharply tongued dialogues that cut between being proud and being ashamed. It's a string of arguments and getting things off your chest. God, these guys seriously need therapy. That's the one thing that'll constantly cross your mind as you're watching this show. Look, I get that the tennis thing is a storytelling tool here to wedge rivalry between the siblings. The expectations and the pressures put on them, the whole success and failures and comparing each other is a part of every family's dilemma out there. At the same time though, I also feel that it's also pretty shallow. In this case, tennis doesn't serve as a pretty solid, pretty deep metaphor to illustrate the anguish that they're going through. And yet the story keeps shoving tennis down our throats over and over and over again. Now, the story is set in Palm Beach, Florida, but the show was filmed in Australia. And man, that location did not do a good job of masking itself. And the Australian supporting actors pretending to be Americans still have their thick accent going on and off and on and off. And they stick out like a white man at the Apollo. So that aspect also throws me off occasionally. Apples Never Fall also suffers from having way too many twists. It comes off trying too hard. Not to mention the cops in charge of the case are a couple of buffoons who like to quickly jump to conclusions. And when the four grown kids are doing the investigating themselves, their own personalities get in the way because they are their own worst enemies, which is the whole damn point, but it also makes them unbearable. Especially that hippie, Amy. She sounds like a nail on a chalkboard anytime she speaks. As far as the performances go, Annette Bening is of course the only one who fires on all cylinders, while the rest of them, especially the actors who play the grown kids, just operate on bare minimum. Annette doesn't necessarily carry the whole show, but she might as well have, since she's the one who's giving the most out of them, while the rest are just reacting to or keeping up with her. Barely, I might add. So yeah, overall I give Apples Never Fall the rating of 2 out of 5. I'm sure a lot of fans of author Leanne Moriarty are gonna love this adaptation, no matter what the critics say about it. I guess this show would resonate with you too if you are the kind of audiences who would rather get taken for a roundabout ride instead of swiftly solving the mystery. Hey, please click the join button below to become Rama Screen members today. If you are true fans of this channel and you want to see me continue doing what I do, then I need your help. I need your financial support. And you'll also get lots of perks, including my out of the theater reactions and exclusive members only videos and many, many more. So click on the link below to join Rama Screen paid membership today. Let's rock this.